Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, July 5th. I was going to say 25th, but it's not that far out yet. July 5th, 2022. And I'm out in my creative shed that I have been slowly starting to find space. Space for myself to be able to do these videos, to paint, to just take some time and enjoy the pause in between, which is the message that I'd like to talk about today. I am normally somebody that likes to make her to-do list and check everything off and be done and not sit around with a lot of pause in between. And life is showing me in many ways that the pause in between is really a beautiful space to be for reflection and to learn and grow about the thoughts that tend to come in during those times. I started my morning off with 5-minute meditation. That's a long time for me. I'll be honest, my meditation normally comes in the form of walking or hiking or sitting in the tub without any music on. It's normally not seated and being fully present with the thoughts that are coming in. From there, I started reading my daily reads, The Journey to the Heart and The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beatty. I pulled my tarot card. Today's deck was from the Kali Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And then I combine all those together and do my journaling based on the messages that all sync together. And it's pretty common that between those elements, everything pulls into one message, which is the pause, and being comfortable with not having momentum in something that I've putting effort and devotion towards. Right now, that is towards developing myself professionally. I am very blessed with the teaching opportunities I have, but they don't pay the bills. And so there is this guidance from above that says, Michelle, you're doing the right thing by staying in this path, but how can you generate more revenue for yourself? And so that's where I sit. The readings from today in support of that talk about one survivor guilt, where you are growing as a person internally, and some of those people that you associate with just aren't. And so, how do you move forward without feeling like you're leaving them in the dust? Ultimately, it's the realization that we are only responsible for ourselves. And there's another book that I occasionally read from called Meditations from the Mat, and it talks about floating down a really swift and vigorous river. And are you somebody that wants to continue floating, or are you grabbing on the side for the branch to hold on to? There's nothing wrong with holding on to the branch, but you at some point are stuck. If you let go of the branch and continue to just float down the river, you will eventually find yourself with like-minded people that are also floating down the river with that same momentum of, I'm just going to keep moving. I'm just going to keep moving. And whatever comes my way, I will embrace with my own personal knowledge and wisdom and see how it fits. The passage from Journey to the Heart was talking about being excited about life. And it says, continue to clear out old negative feelings and outdated beliefs. Stay committed to healing and discovering your soul, even when you wonder if it's worth it. Even when you wonder whether your path is going or if it's going anywhere. Right? Sometimes we can feel like we have this momentum moving forward, but is it really taking a step in the next direction? Or are we just repeating the same step as we did yesterday? There's no right or wrong. It's just a matter of where are we at on the journey. My tarot card today from the Kali Oracle was, I'll pronounce her name here in a second, Mahakali. She is the mother of Kali in the form of this deck. And the deck is dedicated to all the different forms of Kali, how she shows up in different ways. And it was interesting because she has multiple arms, multiple weapons, and she looks extremely fierce. If you can see in the card, she's like not taking any shit. With that said, she is saying to pause as well and to allow her to do the work, for you to sit back and trust the unveiling of these experiences that are unraveling before you, but not to expect what her next step is going to be. That can be challenging for those of us that have the to-do list that we just want to check off, check off, check off, because maybe the next item that's on that list she's going to seem as not deemable for us, and she's going to wipe it away. I'm going to read from a book called Clarity and Connection by Yung Pueblo. My girlfriend gave this to me for my birthday this year, and he's an amazing poet. And I found a poem a poem that was relevant for staying in the present moment. It says, so often we spend our time living for tomorrow, eagerly seeking results that can only come with a slow buildup of consistent effort, especially in regard to our own personal transformation. We forget that building new ways of being does not come quickly or with ease. A sturdy temple of peace with a strong foundation that can withstand storms does not appear overnight. Our anticipation of the future gets in the way of our awareness of the present. A mind that is half in the future is partially consumed in a dream that can only become real through honoring what is in front of us in the here and now. Every breath we take happens in the present. Every advancement in our growth happens in the present. The wisdom that comes through feeling the truth of our nature can only accumulate within us through our observation of the present. Even when we rightfully examine the past or plan for the future, the helpful information we receive and integrate arrives to us in the present. So there you go. Not thinking too far ahead, but really planting the seed and then going, okay, this is where I'm at right now. And maybe we do have that list of things that we want to check off down the road, but the gift is truly pausing and going, I just devoted myself and made effort towards the path. You can stay in the here and now and enjoy that moment of one stepping stone closer, but not need to rush myself to the end. I have a lot of ideas, and not all of them are going to come from dream to reality. Some of them will. And I will only know which ones are meant to be by staying in the present moment and allowing the steps following to be what they are. Right? There's that passage that I think I had talked about in a video before, where the farmer doesn't plant the seed and then sit and watch his crop grow. He plants the seed and then he moves on to the next thing. So there's this process of letting go and that pause. And attachment and patience are things that I work on a daily basis. We want to hold on to the good things and we don't want to let those moments go. But the reality is that there will be another one down the road. And if we hold on to the one that's in front of us, we will be expecting the next experience before us to be just as pleasant. And that's not always the case. Sometimes it's less than. And then we find ourselves into that realm of suffering. So, wherever you are today, however you're showing up, allow yourself the opportunity to say, this is a beautiful moment. I'm going to cherish it, and now I'm going to let it go and fade. Same with anything that you have planted as far as a goal for yourself or dreams, personally or professionally. This process of breathing something in and letting something go with a breath is part of the pathway of yoga. I'm still learning that part. And I hope that you will be patient enough to learn it with me. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate your likes and comments. If you choose to follow me on Instagram, you can find me as the Inner Light Yogi as well. You can subscribe here. I'm not a spammer or multiple video uploader for various reasons, but I hope you can find some things to walk away with to make your day a little bit lighter. Enjoy the rest of your day. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.